So today we're going to learn what a ratio is and how to write them correctly. You should have these notes in your journal already, and it simply states that a ratio is a statement of how two numbers compare, comparing the size of one number to the size of the other number. So if we had a bunch of basketballs and a bunch of soccer balls, you could write the ratio of basketballs to soccer balls. So comparing the number of basketballs to the number of soccer balls. So we can see there are 4 basketballs and 3 soccer balls. So we could write that with a colon, with a division symbol, or in words. There are 2 ways to make comparisons between numbers. The first one is called part to part, and that's where you compare one object to another object, such as the basketballs to the soccer balls. You can also make a part to whole comparison, which is comparing one object, such as the basketballs, to the total number of balls. And we would see that as 4 to 7. Next, I want you to turn in your workbooks to page 134, and you can pause the video till everyone gets there. This is repeating the information we just talked about, showing you the 3 different ways to write a ratio, either in words, with a colon, or as a fraction. Now it looks like a fraction, but it doesn't operate the same as a fraction, and you'll see how that works as we move forward. So let's say we wanted to make a comparison in example number 1 of the red paper clips to the blue. So we can see there are 2 red paper clips and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue. So we could write it this way, or in words. And typically you reduce or simplify your ratio, so really this is a ratio of 1 to 3. Turning the page to 135, you can also get ratios from information in a table. So we have different flavors of gum here, and they ask us to write the ratio that compares the number who chose fruit to the total. So this would be a part to whole ratio. So 3 people chose fruit, and the total is 21. So we would write that as 3 to 21, or simplified to 1 to 7. So what that means is 1 out of every 7 students preferred fruit-flavored gum. Look at the next example. Here we're comparing types of yogurt, and they want us to compare the strawberry yogurt to the total. So again, that would be part to whole. So we see that there are 8 strawberry, and we need to know the total number of yogurt. So 3 and 7 are 10, 16 plus 8 would be 24. So 24 total. So a 1 to 3 ratio, which means that for 1 out of 3 students chose strawberry. Our next example is about pets sold at the pet store, and it wants us to compare the number of cats to the total pets. So cats is 8. So this is cats, and the total, that'd be 24. Plus 8 would be 32, so 8 out of 32, or 1 out of 4. So what that is telling me is that 1 out of 4 animals sold were cats. Caleb would not be happy about that. Turn to the next page, 136. Here, they're asking us to draw a model to represent a ratio, and they want us to do it so that the ratio is 2 to 3, and we have a total of 30 flowers. So whatever goes in each of these boxes has to equal 30. So I know that 2 plus 3 is 5, so I need 5 groups, so that means 6 in each group. And to have a ratio of 2 to 3, I would put 2 6s here and 3 6s here. And I could draw it using the bars that we have used in other types of modeling. So for the total, I would have 12 of this type of flower and 18 of this type of flower. Let's try some together. So for number 1, we want to write a ratio of the pens to pencils. So you can pause the video for a moment till you find the answer to that. Okay, so pens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And pencils, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And notice that I wrote my ratio in the order that it was written in the problem. That is going to be very, very important. I can simplify this to 3 to 4. So what this means is for every 3 pens, I have 4 pencils. Problem number 2, pennies to dimes. I can count 1, 2, 3 pennies. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dimes, which reduces to 1 to 3. So what that means is I have 1 penny for every 3 dimes. Let's go to number 3. Last month, Ed ate 9 apples, 5 bananas, 4 peaches, and 7 oranges. Find the ratio of bananas to the total number of fruit. So in questions 1 and 2, we were doing object to object. So this would be part to part. Here they're asking us to find bananas to the total. So that is part to whole. So we have 9 bananas. And how many pieces of fruit total? 4 and 5 is 9, plus 9 is 18, plus 7 is 25. So that means that 9 out of the 25 pieces of fruit are apples. Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to be finding bananas. Let's do that one again. 5 out of 25, and that reduces to 1 to 5. So 1 out of 5 pieces of fruit are going to be a banana. Number 4, divide 28 cans of soda into 2 groups so the ratio is 3 to 4. So I'm going to add the 3 and 4 and get 7. So I know that I need to divide 7 into 28. So there's going to be 4 in each of these groups. So 3 groups of 4 and 4 groups of 4. So this is a total of 12. This is a total of 16, and that equals 28 altogether. My last example to ask, how can you use mental math to determine if a ratio is simplified? So take a minute and discuss that with your shoulder neighbor and pause the video. All right, now you're going to work on your own. You're going to do problems 1 through 20 on pages 138 to 140. And if everyone gets done, then you can check them in class. Otherwise, I will check them on Monday when I see you next. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.